Well, Coach, you wrapped up the spring game here at the Dome. What were just some of your general impressions?
Get 68 snaps with that many kids to be that clean was really impressive. I think we had one pre-snap penalty. I'm not even sure if we had a post-snap. So that was always good. I've said a million times it's hard to go out there on air and execute sometimes. And I thought, I'm not saying we were world beaters, but we were clean, we executed, and we ran good football plays, and we're going to be able to get a lot of good eval in that Vim.
You get out of here healthy, you think?
Yeah, I think so. We had a kid get nicked up in a walkthrough yesterday. We're waiting for an MRI back on that. But we feel really good, and you never know till the next day sometimes. But that's why we didn't go live. A lot of tag, which is always tough on the offense because the ball's down, right where the whistle's blown. And it's always a great reminder if you don't ever miss a tackle, how hard it is to score. We had like long drives. Like we had, a 15-play drive. We had a 13-play drive. We had, that's what happens when you tackle well. And when you blow the whistle like that, you're saying they made every tackle.
Eddie Lee's drives were pretty productive. What did you see from him out there leading the offense?
I thought both quarterbacks looked really good, honestly. I was disappointed with that next group that came out there, but Eddie Lee has great command of the offense, made some really good throws down the field, great escapability with his feet, as was Owen. Owen was very accurate, very escapable with his feet. Brandon, did some high school stuff and came out there, and you could just tell him and Jackson, it was their first time out there. And then Diego, did what he could when he's out there. He didn't really get much of a chance.
What's the value of going through a game day style warm-up routine, the entrance and the whole deal, just for the guys who haven't seen it before? Does that help you?
Yeah, just that, just catching punts. Willie hadn't dropped a punt, I don't know, all year outside, but now you're in the dome and you're looking up, it's totally different. The kickoffs, he ain't dropped a kickoff all year. You put him in that dome, which is why we did it. My kicker, he ain't missed a kick probably all spring. And you put him in a dome, it's just different. My snapper hadn't snapped bad much at all spring. You put him in the dome, you got some pregame music, you got a packed home side, with fans hollering at you. It's just different. And it's a great experience for all of us, just to get them over here, just to know the routine. We didn't get to dress in our own locker room because the Brahmas were in it, but we dressed in the visitors' locker room, which, at least they know kind of where we're going to be.
Do you even do like halftime the same, try to simulate some of the routines in that way?
It was a lot shorter. It was only 15 minutes, but we did bring them up, briefly, because those things roll even in real games. They're quick. By the time you get in, you meet with your coaches a little bit, and then you're right back in there and getting right back out. So we did a little bit, but it was just almost too short to make it too much like that.
And did you have like Decoy play callers where you simulated some of that stuff? I know you had two guys with the signs and all that.
Yeah, we had, it was public, free access, and who knows if the opponents might have snuck in here tonight.
I thought it was more for your guys, like knowing where to pick up the signals and not looking at the wrong guy or whatever.
No, that was just in case somebody was in there watching or filming your signalers.
Guess that's safe, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, think about it. It's open to the public, right? So technology nowadays wouldn't be that hard to do, so we're going to make sure people are tired of the road runners, right? We all love it, but not everybody else loves the success in San Antonio right now.
Spies or not, you had a good crowd there in the stands. What was that like?
It was awesome. It really was. I've told y'all a million times how amazing this city is. And I know you think it's just talk, but it's not. This is an amazing city. People are just fantastic, man. They love the road runners and they're loyal. And we're getting there, man. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. And it's going to be a heck of a story one day. It already is a heck of a story, but it's just getting started.
Jeff, wanted to ask you about the defense. The offense gets a lot of attention in these kind of games, but it seemed like the defense had a good game.
They did. It's tough. We pulled so many of those guys out. His call sheet was probably about that wide because he just couldn't call any pressures. And, it's tough coaching defense for me because I'm like, get Brandon Brown out, get Cyrus out, get Joe Evans out. Coach, we're running out of people. I don't care, get them out. So it's tough on him. It's because of his calls, and he really can't do much. So there's a lot of just odd front quarters, which is easier to call the offense against, and still good. It's just good to get to watch the kids.
I know this is largely a recruiting effort when you have the game in the Dome like this. How did you see that group, the recruits you had in today, sort of respond to the environment and what you were able to show them?
Yeah, they were excited about it. I talked to some of those guys, on the way up to the press, on their way up to the stands. It's just a really cool place, and I like some of the stuff that the Brahmas have done, you know, with the signage and that kind of stuff. I think it'd probably be a cool look, you know, for us. We could go down there and maybe some sponsors will do the same for us. I thought that was cool. I'm sure Dr. Compost will kill me for bringing that up right now, but I thought that was pretty cool when I went out there.
Jeff, what's next on the schedule for you guys? The players obviously have final exams, and then it's off season.
We've got official visits this weekend and some unofficials this weekend. Get the film graded and exit interviews, and then my guys will get out on the road. Obviously, I'll be home with the team. I can't get out just because of the NCAA rules. And we'll be lifting and getting ready for those finals. And we got to get the classes passed, and we're around 142 days from Houston. It'll be here before you know it. Appreciate y'all.
Thanks, Jeff.